Welcome, everyone. I'm Maddox Campbell, and welcome to Perfect Match, the show where we bring an assortment of strange characters, and you get to decide how we slam them together. I am your host, Maddox Campbell, coming to you here from the void between worlds, floating around. And I have, from this cosmic perspective, the ability to take characters from TV, from film, from real life, some heightened reality like wrestling, and I can slam all those characters together and bring them here for you. I have a great show for you. I'm so excited for the characters and the actors and the performers we have for you. I'm going to go through them real quick to let you know who's going to be in the show, and then you're going to see their monologue. That's the first part of the show. They're going to perform a roughly 2-minute monologue to get you a feel for who their character is and how they are performing them, how they are interpreting those characters. Then in the second half of the show, you will get to decide which of those characters you want to see get slammed together. Yes, and then once they are slammed together, they'll perform an improv scene of those characters meeting. It's going to be weird because a lot of them would never meet. That's the whole point of this show. Some other things I want to make sure that you know before we get going. If you're watching this on Facebook, hey, cool, you'll get to see the entire show, but you won't get to vote on those pairings. You need to click on the Zoom link and join the Zoom webinar if you want to be able to vote on which characters get paired together. So keep that in mind. Also, if you want to give any suggestions for the show, we're looking for locations where these characters could meet. So post those in the chat of the Zoom, and I will write those down and use those as suggestions for those scenes. Anything else I need to warn you about? Well, one last thing to warn you about. This is a pay what you can show, so you could pay us nothing, but you could also be very nice and you could pay us with money. At the end of the show, I'm going to post a link in the chat that will link you to the donation page where you can make any contribution that you think is fair for the work that we have done for you. And I will divide that up among all the performers. So we thank you if you do decide to give us any contributions. But who are these characters? I need to go through the list, all the characters and the performers you are going to see tonight. I'm going to list them in order, and then we will go right into the monologue section and you will get to see those characters perform. So first up, you will see Laura Salvas as George Costanza from Seinfeld. Then after that, we are going to go a hard left turn. You're going to see Jordan Kennedy as Dexter Morgan, the serial killer from the show Dexter.
Woo-hoo!
It's not the woohoo you normally get as a serial killer, but sometimes you get a woohoo. Next after that, we are going to have Brie Watson performing as Phyllis Vance from The Office. Woohoo! It's one of our performers coming in. You will hear the performers laughing along, even though we won't hear your laughter. We'll know it in our hearts. After Brie Watson, you will get to see Kirk McCullough as Stone Cold Steve Austin from wrestling fame, even in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. After that, you'll get to see Kat Letwin as Werner Herzog, the director and liker of Baby Yoda from The Mandalorian. Next up, you'll see Zoe Kin as adult Yoda, the full Yoda, not Grogu, the little baby one, from Star Wars. Then you will see Korri Birch as R.L. Stine, as interpreted by Jack Black. He always does Jack Black characters, so he's going to do R.L. Stine as Jack Black portrayed him in the movie Goosebumps. And finally, rounding off our monologue section, you will get to see Spencer Litzinger as Merlin the Wizard from Arthurian legend. All right. So I know I can't hear all your cheering, but please make your cheering anyway. It gives you energy, even if I can't hear it. So give your applause, and we will now take you into the monologue section.
Oh, hi. I'm George Costanza. I'm working from home and I live with my parents. The last year has been rather difficult for me. I feel a bit like a bubble boy. And I don't know if I can take much much more. Guess we're on another Zoom call. You know, I've had it up to here with this Zooming. A year ago, nobody ever heard of Zoom. And all of a sudden, we're Zooming all the live long day. You know, who's making this call on all of these meetings? You think it's the guy who had to move back in with his parents? No, it's all those big wig architects and marine biologists showing off their fancy mansions as they peer in at you at your pathetic little desk in your childhood bedroom, all for the glorification of their massive egos. I know they're laughing at me, laughing and lying and laughing. You think anyone's forcing Ted Danson to be on the Zoom call? Then I have to impress these guys by looking presentable every day. We should all be draping ourselves in velvet. There's never been a time, it's now. I pride myself on my ability to avoid work at all costs. I used to be able to take a nap under my desk whenever I pleased. Now, if I sleep in the day, my mother's walking in on me. Georgie, shouldn't you be working? You're gonna get fired. She keeps bringing in my clean laundry during budget meetings. Worlds are colliding. I used to just walk around looking annoyed, so people would think I was busy. Now when I look annoyed, I just get, buck up, Costanza, at least you've got a job.
Oh no.
Okay, so it's not just me.
We're just gonna do this.
I think the job that's been most affected by COVID-19 is serial murder. But you won't hear much of that on CP24. Oh, I've tried working from home, but it turns out stalking people on social media is pretty much what everybody else is doing. Oh, I'd love to leave my abode, sneak up real close behind someone, stab them with a tranquilizer, and then butcher them on a cold, hard metal table. But what if I get them sick? I can't have that on my conscience. Besides, I have a code that restricts me from harming only the worst in our society. And I'm not sure if anybody would miss a conservative politician. So I wait. I feel the dark passenger is taking control. And I know that the next truly terrible person I speak to will have a killer conversation. Oh, I'm making tofu scramble. I'm trying to make lighter choices. Look, it doesn't matter.
Hello, my name is Phyllis Vance. I understand a few of you are interested in knowing about my time at Dunder Mifflin Scranton. So I've agreed to this brief Q&A. What did I do at Dunder Mifflin? I was a sales representative and a damn good one at that. Better than that skinny little punk Jim Halpert. I suppose it also helped to have these great jugs. What was the best thing about working at Dunder Mifflin? Oh, well, probably it was that I met my husband Bob Vance there, Vance Refrigeration. What am I talking about? You already know who he is. I don't have to tell you about Bob Vance. But ladies, keep your hands off of him. He's mine. Oh, what was it like working with Michael Scott? Oh, Michael was an idiot. And well, to be honest, any interaction with him felt very long and very hard. That's what she said.
You're all ready for Stone Cold Steve Austin at Perfect Match? Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
That's right. I see a bunch of jackasses out there I'm supposed to pair up with later. I don't care who they are, who they're pretending to be. They're on the list. Stone Cold's list. Who we got first? George Costanza, talking about how much his life sucks. George Costanza, your life doesn't suck because your mom says it sucks. Your life sucks because Stone Cold Steve Austin says it sucks. You got Dexter Morgan out there. Ooh, trying to be all scary. Tell everyone he's going to give everyone a bad ending. Dexter, ain't no ending you're going to give anyone to be as bad as the ending of your show. But don't worry, Stone Cold's got an even worse ending for you when I stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry. Phyllis? I'm sorry, did Phyllis just speak? I couldn't hear you, Phyllis. What? What? And who the hell else do we got next? Werner Herzog and Yoda, two sons of bitches I can't understand. One of them some German director. The other speaks in Jedi. I don't speak German. I don't speak Jedi. But I got a way to break the communication barrier. It's with a little bit of sign language. Oh, wait a second. Yoda, you may not have understood that, so I'm going to do it backwards. Who's next on the list? Oh, R.L. Stine. R.L. Stine, you want to make little scary books for kids? Give them goosebumps? Well, guess what? Stone Cold's got a book right here in his back pocket. Yeah. Oh, but Stone Cold don't like to read the whole book. He just wants to go to the last page. So let me check it out. Page 315, page 316. Oh, page 316 says, I just whooped your ass. And last up, who we got? Merlin. Merlin the Wizard. You want to sit there stomping, thumping your wand, saying your spells, talking about King Arthur and swords and stones. It ain't going to get you nowhere. The only stone you need to worry about is a stone cold stunner when I knock you down and take the wizard title 1, 2, 3. This is a notice for everybody out there. It doesn't matter who I get paired up with. The ending is going to be the same. It's going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin on top. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
I would like to say to all involved, thank you for being here. It is quite a time, even as time, as we know, is now a construct. We find ourselves in moments and in times of moments, and that is why my Zoom background is that of P.V. Herman's Playhouse. Where shall we go now? My face will take you. Oh, a window. Out to look at the world beyond you. Do you have that capability? No, we've looked down. Ah, a carpet, a place to wipe one's feet. It is not so bad. We move forward, and by forward, I mean to my right. We see both a toilet and a chair that has a face and mouth. Can you imagine being sentient while taking in the butts of other people? Life has never been harder, and yet never so close to one's face. And finally, should you have further questions, please only ask your loved ones. They are the ones who have the answers.
Welcome to my masterclass on ways of the Jedi. Your teacher I am, Jedi Master Yoda. You must unlearn what you have learned before trekking on this journey, for I suggest Daniel Niagranu's poker class for that. Reveal my homeworld I will at end of class, so stay attentive. May the Force be with you. Lesson 1. Stress desaimas. A Jedi uses Force for knowledge and defense. Never attack. You move to the dark side in anger, fear, and aggression. If you decide on darkness, I suggest Make the Galaxies Great Again by Kellyanne Conway. A formidable Sith Lord, she is, yes. A power made dark by pain. Lesson 2. Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. For fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Know what I am talking about, do you? Lastly, the greatest teacher failure is. Success, I cannot teach you. Learn, you must. Or live in vain, you will. A wondrous waste. Now, my home world is somewhere between Drongar and Actu. It is disguised by a shield layer for our species' survival, making us almost invisible. It is called Pistachioine. Padawan learners, may the Force be with you.
Reader, beware, you're in for a scare. I'm R.L. Stine, and welcome to my master class on children's horror. Okay, let me address the ghoul in the room. Spoiler, it's me, Jack Black. They chose me to do the master class for R.L. Stine, famed children author and man devoid of emotion. So that's why you got me, the Jack Black, to play R.L. Stine. Now, the first thing you want to know when you are writing a book is this step. Step the first. Eyebrow acting. Okay, you're probably wondering, how does that affect children's literature? Well, let me tell you, when you are creating your creatures, that's the first thing the children want to know about. What do the eyebrows look like, okay? So allow me. The creature has bushy eyebrows that move of their own volition like a spooky caterpillar. Now, what else do children like? They like colors. Every child has a favorite color. What is the scariest color? Black, obviously. Nighttime. Black cats. Toyota Corolla I saw once was very scary, and it was black. But we're writing for children, so we don't want to spook them too much. So what we want to do is pick the second most spooky color, which is, of course, autumn, Halloween, pumpkin, orange. Orange. So the orange, the orange oaf, that's what we will do with this one. The orange oaf had bushy eyebrows that moved of their own volition and looked like bushy caterpillars. And the last thing that children want to know about a creature is, of course, when writing a child's novel, what is the creature wearing? What is the creature wearing? People want to know. The kids, they've got their jeggings and their light-up shoes. So what is the creature wearing? Well, I'll tell you the scariest thing a creature could be wearing, a cape. But I will remind you, this is a masterclass on children's literature, okay? We don't want to scare them to death. So we'll put them in a t-shirt. No, t-shirt is too easy, not scary enough. What comes between a cape and a t-shirt? What is the middle? A vest. Ooh, okay. So the orange oaf with bushy eyebrows that moved of their own volition and had like a caterpillar, like feel to them, was wearing a terrifying, horrifying vest. Oh, and I must warn you, people taking this class, if you get too descriptive with your knowledge, your creatures start coming off of the page. And oh, children, I warn you, you don't want this orange oaf to come off of the page. It's me, the orange oaf. Look at my eyebrows. They're like a caterpillar. Oh, do you see the vest? Okay, that's the end of Class 1 of R.L. Stine, played by me, Jack Black, master class for children's writing. You're welcome, because you know I could have killed you. You're welcome.
Hey, hello, it's Merlin here, the wizard from centuries ago. I feel so ancient, just like this George Foreman grill. Yeah, it is crusty with meat juices. I can't even open it. Oh, just the other day, I had Arthur over, King Arthur. He's in my bubble. And, he can open, he pulled out the sword from a rock, and he couldn't even get this George Foreman open. Talking about Arthur makes me think you want to hear about the crazy times we had in the olden days. But I have to be honest, nothing is crazier than the appliances you guys have. Like, check this out. This Nespresso with one press of a button, it makes a coffee. It just needs a little time to warm up. But seriously, it's filled with water. There's no magic as strong as this. Fun little story while that baby's doing what it's doing is I was walking down the street, and this lady, recently divorced, was getting rid of all her products. And I said, sorry about the divorce. And I got this Nespresso. Oh, there we go. It worked. You hear that? Coffee. And also, check out this thing. A soda stream. No magic can make bubbly water unless it's dark magic. Another fun little story. I took out the canister to get a refill. I went to the KitchenAid store, and she was pretty busy. I gave it to her for the refill, and she gave me a new one because she was annoyed with me. I got a free new canister. Nothing's as good as free stuff. And, oh, look at this. A blender? If I had this back in the day when I was making, where is it? It's really hard to show. Okay. If I had this blender back in the day when I was making potions, I have newt, more like, I'll have a nutritious smoothie. And last but not least, I've got 2 massagers, foot massagers. Now, before you judge me, I just need to remind you, my dad is a 4-footed goat. You shall massage. It worked. So yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm just been buying lots of stuff to help with my sadness during COVID, and maybe when this is all over, we can have a massage. Well, not a massage party, but you know what I mean. It was nice to talk to you all on Zoom, and bye for now.
Oh boy, there we have it, everybody. Those are our characters. That was the monologue section. Okay, so now you've got to decide who you want to pair together. We have already decided that George Costanza, who is perfectly fine, nothing nefarious happened, just a little hiccup. George Costanza will definitely be in the next scene, but who do you want to see do a scene with George Costanza? If you're in the Zoom meeting, you'll see the options before you right now. Please click on who you want to see do a scene with George Costanza. Ooh, it's a really close race right now. Your vote could be powerful. Use your vote to decide. Who do you want to see? We're still there's a big old tie, so I need some tiebreakers. Come on, people, help me out here. There's still 5 of you who haven't even voted. All right, there it is. Let's close this poll. The next scene will be between George Costanza and Werner Herzog. Werner Herzog, everybody. Yes. Okay. And there Werner is. And here is George Costanza. And I have a couple suggestions for a possible location. So let's have them meet, both older gentlemen, in a museum. A museum between these two. We take you there.
Just really a bunch of old stuff.
I'm here by myself.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I did not ask for input. And yet,
Right.
you give it freely. You sad man. You bald man. You man of limited ocular competence. You man who has a belt that goes far beyond where a waistline is. Are you even a man?
It's like you're looking right into my soul.
No, I am looking at a dinosaur. But take that as you will.
Oh yeah, those bones over there. Yeah. But no one's ever been so forthright with what they see in me. I mean, some women are sometimes, but that's usually at the end, not at the beginning.
How do you mean by end and how do you mean by beginning? Because both tend to meet each other where they need to.
I came here. There was a half price ticket I got.
And you feel like half a man, so you are worth only half a ticket.
Okay, buddy. Let's see. How about I read into you a little bit, huh?
I would love for you to do that.
Well, you're a bit of a dinosaur yourself, you know? Some old creepy man hanging around the museum, preying on
Eventually,
other-
my bones will become oil, yes? What? Excuse me, allow me to bring my soul back into where it belongs. Just a moment.
Wait a second. Don't I know you? Don't I know you from somewhere?
No, you don't know. No, you don't know. You don't know me.
No, you're the
No, you don't.
guy.
No, come on, you don't know me from anywhere. No, it's fine. Don't even worry about.
No, you're the big time director. You know, all your stuff is just slipping my mind. But I'm a bit of a creative guy too. You know.
Are you? Are you one of those creative guys?
Yeah, I'm like,
Because I can tell the creative ways that you manage to talk your own self out of the reasons why you are your own worst enemy.
buddy, I can talk myself out of anything and into anything I want.
I would like
my
to
whole
hear
life
that
is just
please right now.
lies.
Thank you.
Now, who do you think you are, Mr. Big Shot, director man, coming in here, loitering in a museum?
Those are your words for me. I am but a man who happens to be as old as these bones I see before me. You are someone who feels as new pain as the kind that you cannot immediately take care of at a hospital.
I'll tell you about pain. My whole life has been one just escalating, constant pain.
Do you mind if I take a camera out as you say this?
A camera. You're gonna put me in your next movie?
No, but you will be an inspiration for someone who's better than you. Please keep talking.
You know, I think that if you're going to use my likeness for an inspiration, maybe we should work out some kind of monetary deal here.
I would be happy to do so because money comes to me in the way joy does not to you.
Yeah, I don't know what you're on about. Just name your price. How much are you going to give me?
How much do you need? Because
Minimum 3,000.
a lot.
Well, you know, everything I've had to go through in my life, maybe this is where it all pays off, you know?
Maybe this is a juncture in which you can find financial recompense, yes?
I'm not sure what your fancy words mean exactly, but if you're talking about giving me money, then sure.
Are you but a representative of a baseball team? Are you but someone who allows yourself to be lesser than those who hit the dingers out of the park? And that is
I don't just allow myself to be lesser. I thrive on being lesser.
Thank you. Wow, keep it going for Laura Salvas and Kat Letwin. Or maybe I should say the techno ghost of Kat Letwin, who performed in that scene in a deeply disturbing thing where her face manages to have the powers of green screen. We don't know how it happened, but we enjoyed it. So if you want to catch some more of those performers, Laura Salvas, you can catch her. She has nothing to plug. She just wants you to please stay home. Don't go anywhere near her. She wants to see her family again. Sounds like it's a hostage thing, but she's just talking about the disease thing. So please do that. I encourage it as well. If you want to catch a bit more of Kat Letwin, well, you can catch her in Dum Dum and Dragons, which is a tabletop role-playing podcast. You can find that at Dum Dum Dice on Twitter to find all the details. And she really does like tabletop RPGs because she also was on my episode of Break a Wish, where we talked about Mazes and Monsters, the parody horror film from the Satanic Panic about Dungeons and Dragons, basically. So check out either of those and you will get to see some more of those wonderful performers. But it's time now to move on to the next scene. So definitely in the next scene will be Dexter Morgan. Who would you like to pair with Dexter Morgan? We're going to have those options show up on the screen very shortly with a poll. Oh, here's who remains. They're off to a start. We see those votes coming in. Could use a couple more votes. Let's really have someone take it away. Let's have a strong standing for someone. Got a little bit of edge for someone. I'll give you a couple more seconds to get those votes in, and then I'm going to call it. Looks like, there we go. R.L. Stine / Jack Black. It's a little bit unclear, but we are going to have Dexter Morgan and Jack Black. And let me see what is an appropriate location for those particular characters. Yeah, no, I'm going to go with the suggestion someone gave us of a fun house. That feels like a very Dexter place to be. We take you there.
Hello.
Hello.
So I hear you want me to write your manuscript for you.
Yes, my life is a constantly evolving erotic thriller.
Okay. Now, can I ask you, how much eyebrow acting is in your life?
Oh, I don't usually act with my eyebrows.
What?
I let my body do the talking.
Well, eyebrows are the most horrifying thing chiefly children, but, this is unsettling. Ugh. I'm not
It's a
used to
very, very cheap funhouse.
lots of creatures that can come out of nowhere. Oh, did you see that? Whoa.
Yes, terrifying.
Oh. I feel like somebody's watching us.
You think I'm being stalked? Someone stalking the stalker, hunting the hunted?
I thought that you were a member of the police force. That's what we were writing about, yes?
Yes, I'm a blood spatter analyst for Miami Metro. It's
Okay.
not the police force, but it's adjacent. It's close enough.
But you would like your memoir to be written for children, is what I understand. So
I want it to be written for people 2 and down.
what?
I'm wanting to really explore my lighter side. I have a young son, Harrison, and I want to be merry and jolly with him.
Okay, may I ask? Are there any creatures in your story? Like maybe like a green monster, for example? Oh, could we add that?
There's Jeffrey Dahmer. He plays my best friend.
Okay, well, I don't think that the children will know, one, who Jeffrey Dahmer is, and two, probably shouldn't know who that is anyway, so maybe let's lighten the mood.
There's Ted Bundy. He plays my wacky neighbor.
Okay, well, let's go. What's your favorite color?
What about the Night Stalker? He's my cook.
No, what? Okay, sorry, I don't think you're hearing. What's your favorite color?
Blood.
Okay, so red. That's a spooky color. Not black because that is the scariest color. So red is spooky enough for sure. So we can have like a red spooky character, like that just comes out of nowhere and ooh, ooh. Is that?
What scares you, RL? Enough about me and my future, my plans. As a man who embraces fear so much and writes about it, one has to wonder what really scares you.
What's? Well,
Put down the pen and look inside yourself.
if I'm honest, I'm not actually R.L. Stine. I am Jack Black playing R.L. Stine. So what I'm worried about is that people won't take me seriously as a performer because I'm a jokey joke man. But I want an Oscar, like every actor does.
Are you afraid of your career going black?
I see what you did there. Okay, so I think that what we need to do is just add a spooky mask or a puppet to your memoir, and then the kids will love it. Do you own any vests? Because the vests are terrifying, as my friend here can prove.
I have some vests that are mementos from my previous friends, but some of them are quite used.
What do you mean by used?
Trace your fear, Jack. All those used up parts that you can't get as you're getting older and less rambunctious. Life relegated to voiceover and cameos on Mad TV season 28.
Wait, are you telling me that Mad TV is still on television?
It never left.
Ooh, spooky! The most spooky thing at all. Mad TV continuing to be a property on television. Thank you so much. That was such a great scene. We have gone so much darker than this show normally goes in terms of just everyone being spooky. Let's give a round of applause for Jordan Kennedy and Korri Birch. If you want to check out some more Jordan Kennedy, well, he's just recommending to you the Humane Society. Go to them, adopt an animal. That's just what he recommends. So then you'll have some of Jordan Kennedy in your heart through the animal. If you want to check out some more Korri Birch, he has a show called Good News Toronto, which is a satirical news show, a monthly show. And they perform on February 26th at 9 p.m. And you can check out more details about it on the Good News Toronto Facebook page, or you can follow Good News Comedy on all the other socials. So you can check out those to make sure that you can get to them. Good News is also a lot of fun. I used to do that show. So much fun. Lots of good news. The amount of dumb that Korri has brought tonight in a good way, tenfold on Good News. So dumb and so fun. So look forward to both of those. But now we have another scene coming up. But before we put up this poll, I want to tell you a little bit of something about math. Now, we have 8 performers in this show, and we're pairing them off into 2s. So whoever we pick next, by math powers, you are also picking the other pairing. So you're making 2 pairings at once right now. So make sure you keep that in mind as we decide the pairing. You definitely have Phyllis in the next scene. Phyllis from The Office. But who do you want to see paired with Phyllis? And thus, who is the other pairing you want to occur afterwards? Let's see, this poll in front of you is coming out. Votes are coming in. Oh, it's still pretty close. I want a more definitive answer here. Oh, it's still pretty. It's full on tie again. Okay, it's close. Well, the last chance to get a vote in. Oh, there it goes. It's finally definitive. We have Stone Cold Steve Austin, which means we will have Phyllis and Stone Cold Steve Austin, followed by Yoda and Merlin. So let's go with that first one. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Phyllis from The Office. I am going to have them meeting in a grocery store. They will be meeting in a grocery store. See you there.
What?
Are you gonna?
You work here?
No.
You work here?
I don't work.
No, you work here. I'm looking for a 12-pack of Bud Light. Where do I find it?
You can have a 12-pack of me.
Damn.
Don't tell.
Damn, woman, you were forward.
Don't tell my husband Bob Vance Refrigeration, but I find you very attractive. He doesn't have quite the same muscles. Bring them closer. Let me take.
I'm going to put this out there right now. You may not want to touch any of this. I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm known for stomping mud holes in people, walking them dry, giving out stone cold stunners. Unless you're into it.
What is it you want to do to my mud hole?
This is more than I thought when I came to the corner store to get a 12 of Steve Weisers. Take that mud hole and stomp it, and then walk it dry.
Have you read 50 Shades of Grey?
I don't read.
I imagine you're familiar with in your line of work, you must have worked with maybe whips or definitely leather in some capacity.
Oh, hell, Phyllis, I've worked with all sorts of things. Leather straps. I've worked with steel chairs. I've worked with barbed wire. I've worked with ladders. I once put someone through a table. I once drove an entire beer truck up to a ring, doused everybody in it with a whole truck full of beer till they couldn't swim no more. There was so much damn beer. They were so wet.
You're making this too easy for me.
What?
You made an entire audience so wet?
No, just an old 60-year-old billionaire and his son and Dwayne Johnson.
Listen, how do you feel about meeting me in the back room? There's a ladies' room where you can also we could try to I could plan a party, if you know what I mean. A party in your pants.
You're a little bit of a freak, aren't you, Phyllis?
That's what Bob says. Oh God, I can't believe I would be thinking about doing this with Bob Vance. But Bob Vance is such a big fan of yours, Mr. Cole, that I think he would be okay. We all have a list. There's a list of celebrities, that it would be acceptable for Bob Vance. His is at the top of his list is me.
Right.
He's such a sweet. Actually, I think that's the only. I'm the only.
So
lady.
you're saying Stone Cold Steve Austin is at the top of your list?
Well, you're on my list, definitely.
Hell, Phyllis, you're saying Stone Cold Steve Austin is not on the top of your list?
Well, it changes depending on depending on the seasons. If it's a rainy day, sometimes I like to curl up with a good book and just think about. There's Gray, the guy who played Gray, but I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, he's one of them.
His name's Jamie Dorman.
Oh.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Stone Cold Steve Austin loves that movie. You know what else Stone Cold loves doing? Kicking ass and giving stunners. Is Bob Vance nearby?
Bob Vance he's working all day. He's nowhere near. He's got so much.
Well, why don't we go give Bob Vance a visit? Stone Cold Steve Austin can walk right up to his office, knock on his damn little door, say, "Hey, I got a message for you here from Phyllis." Give him a couple of these, give him one of these, give him a stunner, and then we head off to the break room.
Maybe, and this is you come over with me and Bob Vance Refrigeration, and we see what the three of us together can come up with.
Oh, Phyllis.
Do you like?
No, Stone Cold drank an apple teeny one time, but he ain't into a three-way with your husband.
Oh, well, a girl can dream.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep dreaming. But look, if we ain't gonna go back to your place and get that three-way, I'm fine taking a 12 beers to the back room and giving you one of my special beer showers.
Why don't we can? I'll take a beer shower, but I can't wait to get to the room. I think you should just take me right here and all the produce, the salads and the all the lemons.
You want me to give you a stunner on top of this spinach?
My husband Bob Vance Refrigeration. He knows the terminology, but could you please remind me of what a stunner is?
Stone Cold's not gonna lie to you. He thinks he know damn well what a stunner is.
Oh boy, a spicy one. We went from some very dark existential scenes, some very spooky murdery scenes, and now I think this is the first time one of our characters have offered to cuckold the other character in the scene. That is something a little bit new for the show, but hey, that's where things took us. So if you want to see some more of those, let's keep it going for Brie Watson and Kirk McCullough. If you want to see some more of Brie Watson, you can check out one of her shows bright and early at 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's a fundraiser for Curious Comedy Theater in Portland, Oregon. And there's going to be, people are able to check it out. It's going to be going the whole night. So look up Curious Comedy Theater in Portland, Oregon, and get to see Brie doing some international shows. Ooh, so fancy. Kirk McCullough, if you want to check out some more of him, well, he and his co-host do an improvised comedy tournament called Duo Derby. So it's a monthly show. It's on the first Thursday of every month. Their troupe is called Cadley Brooper. The show is called Duo Derby, and you can check out the information about the show through the Duo. So you can check out facebook.com/Cadley Brooper or @Cadley Brooper on Instagram. So it's like Bradley Cooper, but then they switch the like Pig Latin. They switch. That's how you spell it. That's how you figure out how to spell it. All right. So no more polls. There's no more democracy. There's no need. It's not like democracy has failed us. It's more we just don't need it anymore. We've moved past democracy.
Fascist says Maddox.
I'm not a fascist.
During the impeachment of all times, Maddox.
No, I'm just saying it's done. The process is over. The votes have been counted.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
people.
Thank you, Andrea on tech. We knew at some point she would pipe up and criticize something about me. I didn't think it was going to be calling me a fascist, but that's where we ended up.
You should also put your PayPal stuff in the chat now so people have time to do it before the show ends.
Sure, I will be putting a link. So this is a pay what you can show. So if you want to support the show in any way, shape, or form, I am now putting a link to the donation page on the Kicks and Giggles website. You can pay by PayPal, you can pay by Visa, and you can pay whatever amount you think is fair for the show that we've put on for you. I just earmark it for Perfect Match, and I'll make sure it gets to these performers. But it's time to move into that final scene. So we will get Yoda up here, we will get Merlin up here, and I looked through suggestions, and I think I found the correct place for these two interesting people. Merlin is a nice European wizard. Yoda is a man of space. And so they will be meeting at the European Space Agency, the ESA. We take you there.
Earth.
There you are. Hello. Hello. I can't tell if you're frozen or you're just still.
The force is strong with you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've been doing some ab workouts. Super good stuff. Yeah. Body project. You're doing that thing again. Still. Oh, you moved. What's up? What are you trying to do? You want to see? Okay.
No, stop.
Apologies. Oh, crap. It's a toupee. I'm so embarrassed. Oh, God. My one secret. I'm balding.
Hey,
Yeah.
I am bald too.
Oh, you're right. And it looks so good on you.
No.
Oh, you're insecure like me?
Yes.
Okay, that took a long time.
Patience is the answer.
Yes, I've been having troubles with that recently, you know. In the 20th century, there's so many choices of movies. I've got all the streaming services, and now I can never choose. It's like I have everything I've ever wanted, but it's not enough.
Dark side that leads you to.
Yeah, speak about it more.
You must give up all you have and live a desolate life.
But I have so many cool things. You know, earlier I was showing off my 2 foot massagers. It's quite a fun story, actually. You know, I bought one and then it kind of made weird noises, so I messaged them and they sent me another one free, even more expensive than the first. I don't know how someone could let go of something like that.
Sith Merlin, you live in excess. Come to the light.
So, this European space place we're at, are you going on a journey of the light?
I am one with the light.
Cool. Yeah, well, I'll give it a try. So, you know, just get rid of things, like eat this banana so it doesn't exist anymore.
Throw it into
Oh, God. Very hard to eat. Oh,
That's
try
good.
it with some coffee.
Oh, no.
Merlin,
What? Yeah.
oh, you must join the Jedi Order.
Okay, teach me a trick. I'm a wizard. I'm sure I can pick it up quick. Yep.
You must feel the Force. Feel it. Don't eat it.
Oh, I feel something coming. Oh.
Yes.
indigestion.
Oh my God.
Oh boy! The battle for the ages! Merlin versus Yoda. If you were wondering, Spencer's beard was made out of the stuffing from stuffed animals, which she did not explain why she had so much in her home. But she has less now that it has been covered with coffee and banana.
Oh.
All right, so thank you so much. Give it up for Zoe, Kin, and Spencer Litzinger. If you want to check out some more of Zoe, she does. I'm going to plug it. It's called Lumen Oracles, where she offers tarot and other oracle style reading services. You can check that out on Instagram at lumen.oracles. And also, if you want to check out some more Spencer Litzinger, she's trying to push her TikTok right now, which is young and hip. You can find her at Spencer Litzinger on TikTok.
Good follow.
Good follow-up. Yeah, there we go. Hey, we did it. We got through it. So I want to say thank you to everyone who was involved in this show. Let's start with Laura Salvas as George Costanza, Jordan Kennedy as Dexter Morgan, Brie Watson as Phyllis, Kirk McCullough as Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kate Letwin as Werner Herzog, Zoe Kin as Yoda, Korri Birch as R.L. Stine / Jack Black, and Spencer Litzinger as Merlin. I also want to give a huge shout out to Andrea Miller, who was our tech, helping us make sure everything works smoothly. And of course, Korri Birch for lending us his Zoom premium account, because he's got them dollar bills for those fancy Zoom subscriptions. I will say again, this has been a Pay What You Can show. If you want to throw a little money our way, I will post that link one more time in the chat. And also, if you want to follow any of the stuff that I do, just check it out on that same website that the donation page is on, kicksandgigglesentertainment.com. You can find out about my podcast and any of my other work that ends up showing up. And most importantly, I want to thank all of you who came out tonight. Thank you so much for giving your time and taking part in this wonderful, weird experiment that is Zoom Improv and Perfect Match. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Goodbye.